Hi, welcome to my channel. And this is the second part of our Tucson trip. You'll see a little bit of what happens up to the two-night event and stick till the end. And afterwards, I'll kind of talk you through what happened, how I feel about it, and anyways, stick to the end. So something we learned that you guys can learn from us is that Sabino Canyon is the most popular. Scott's falling.
You want me in there?
You always walk away.
I just want to get away from
I
the
know.
camera.
So anyway, I know, but you must buy your shuttle tickets online. Just be smart. We kind of came here at the last minute thinking we were going to do something else, and we have to wait an hour and a half. So they sell out. So get your tickets online. So there's a visitor center and there's a short little trail that we're going to do, and who knows what else we'll do, but we have to wait till 11, and it's just something that you should, you'll know. We just didn't think about it. We are doing the 20-minute loop. It's pretty flat, very, very simple. Waiting. Baja Loop Nature Trail. Scott has been taking so many photos of cactus. I wonder if he'll actually put it in paintings.
Probably never paint it.
Scott says he'll probably never paint it. So many times I clean out our computer folders of Scott taking tons of photos of like random plants. And I think, okay, this was 10 years ago. He never did anything with it.
I really only paint from life when I do landscapes, though.
Yeah, but I think you're trying to find references to maybe incorporate into like stories in paintings or something, or backgrounds or designs, textures. Scott and I decided to sit in the very back, like if you're in a caboose of a train, so that we didn't have to look sideways when we go all the way up to the mountain. And they give you little ear things, so you can listen to an audio tour about the history, and then you get to actually keep these. But we do look like little kids because we ran back here so that we could sit looking back.
So there's trees, because this is washed with water. Just regular trees.
That's why
These things will turn into whole floods when they get rain, even miles away. They just fill it all up. And all the trees here, you can see regular trees because they'll put their roots down and they have water under there. So a lot of times when I would paint out west in the desert, this is where I would dig in the ground when I'm camping. You dig down and then water will settle in there and you can filter it out to drink then.
So there's stairs that you can go up. Absolutely perfect weather, even in the sun. It's just still perfect.
Beautiful.
We're going back down.
Beating past all the rocks.
Thinking about lunch already. As usual.
Do you eat every day?
I eat every day, every hour.
Well, you know, it's hard watching.
Sitting all day gets your appetite up.
It's hard riding a tram.
It is. Scott and I got off at stop 4, which means that we're going to be walking slightly downhill for 2 miles. God, the weather's so beautiful.
Just a beautiful day.
Yeah. Scott got the salmon, and this is like mole all in the plate. Oh, it's like a little clam or something.
Yeah.
And rice.
Would you like to keep the sauces?
No, we're good.
Oh, no thanks.
And then I got cauliflower fried tacos with sweet potato puree. And obviously like blue corn. Like, this is crazy. Like, this is really neat. It's Friday morning, and even though it's cloudy, I think it's gonna get sunny, and we are going to have breakfast at Margie's Kitchen on our way to another hiking place, another Saguaro National Park area. It was really completely in between our hotel and the mountains over there. Typical diner, I'm sure it will be fine.
Turn left onto Cactus Forest Drive.
We're going to another entrance of the Saguaro National Park. I really didn't realize it was a national park. So if you have one of those passes, you can use it.
In 600 feet, your destination will be on the
It
left.
is definitely overcast today, but I think the sun is looking like it wants to come through. That breakfast place is not too far from here, and we recommend it. Very, very homey and old-fashioned, like a small-town diner. This is the entrance where, I don't know if I'm pronouncing it right, but Rincon, or Rinson, R-I-N-C-O-N.
Your destination is on the left.
And there's an actual, I guess, loop that you can do here, like a driving loop if you don't want to hike. I mean, if you were in shape, this wouldn't be that long of a bike loop, but to be honest, they don't give enough room for bikes, I think.
I'd be nervous about people looking out the window.
Yeah, no, I mean,
While they're driving.
they're not driving too fast, but it's very curvy.
Oh, this is really pretty.
Yeah.
Very pretty.
There's different overlooks that you can stop. And usually there's little trails, very simple ones you can walk out on. And you can even do this loop multiple times. So you could do a whole loop and then the light changes and come back. And just to let you know, Scott and I might not have been super smart because the guy who we bought our ticket, so it's $25 per car. And yesterday we bought a ticket and they keep telling us, oh, these tickets are worth, or you can use them for 7 days. And you know how a lot of times you can buy a ticket and you can go to multiple places, and that might be the truth. So we might have been able to use the ticket we had yesterday for here.
Well, and the ticket yesterday was that was only for that. It was a national park. But
This is a national park.
Right, both these are. But and he said we could apply this to a national park to get the year-long
Yeah,
pass.
you can apply your tickets to go for the yearly pass. But I was just saying, something I did not look into, and sometimes this happens, you can use your ticket for multiple things, and we just didn't look into it, so.
I don't mind too much anyway.
No, I don't mind.
It's really
I don't
good.
mind supporting it, but
Yeah.
I was thinking, you know what, if these are worth 7 days, then you go, oh, all right, well, I might, think about that, so you're not just paying $25 every day.
Yeah.
Once you get up to the Micah parking area, picnic area, there's lots of very well paved little trails. Very easy, very flat. And there's just little meandering ones, so you probably can't get lost. Very accessible. I like to call this strolling instead of hiking because it's just so well paved. so nice and cool out. The sun is just peeking out, so that's nice, but it's not hot at all. Pleasant, pleasant weather. It's so quiet. There's really like hardly anybody here at this one. Interesting. A lot more open views here. The other one you had to go really far high up to see those. We are going very slow because Scott is taking close-ups of every cactus we see.
Everyone.
We're saying how it kind of reminds us a little bit of an alien planet because these cactus look like worms from the movie Dune. And then these things look like something from Star Trek. Yeah, it's so foreign from where we live in North Carolina. And it's, like I said, it's very quiet here. The sun makes everything look nicer. This morning was so flat, but having the sun hit these mountains is so pretty. I don't know if this is the this is Museum and Gallery Museum, so I'm wondering if this is actually the entrance to it. So it's like in this kind of area, and you see that's where the mountains are. And there's obviously a restaurant right next door. Okay, let's see what it looks like. So there's a lot of, he owns, I think, the largest collection of Maynard Dixon. I'll try and get some close-ups later, but it's pretty quiet here now, so I might just do a little bit of a walkthrough and read all the different things. Historical objects designed by Maynard Dixon. Sorry, Dixon. Yeah, it's really beautiful. You never know what it looks like from the outside, right? There's a little interior area. Oh, this is where they sell Indian jewelry and fun things. I know on their website they sell like turquoise and yeah, no, it looks nice in here. It looks so different on the inside than it does from the outside, right? Silver. Look at that. Fun. Really beautiful. So there is some of Scott's and mine pieces on the wall. That is Mark, the gallery owner. And this is part of the invitational show. So each artist would have drawings and then one painting. So I'm just gonna do a little bit of a pan around. I think these are historical. So these are Maynard Dixon on the back wall. Oh, and then he produced these posters of all the artists. There's David Casson drawing. Looks kind of like a white pencil or chalk on dark paper. It doesn't have non-glare glass, so it's a little bit hard to see. Yeah, no, I mean, it definitely is different than what I expected. So I think he spread out the drawing and painting show around the different rooms.
Comes up with dynamic symmetry is influencing Dixon, as well as I think, here's the biggest drawing, is this, right? George Bellows, right? So this is Stag at Sharkey's, done in 1909. Dixon would have seen this. I would have either even seen it in Bellows' studio. It's in the same building he was, the Lincoln Arcade building, 1947 Broadway 4. Might have seen it at one of the few exhibits that went on now. He would have been aware of it. If you look at this, the way the setup is, and by the way, Bellows is going to be very involved with Andrews dynamic symmetry after he hears in an election in 1917. So he's already trying to set this up.
Like I was telling the Lion and Burdick, you know, you got them in both places, one down here, one there. Just kind of figure out where your niche is. You know, if you haven't sold out, you just want to
It's such a cool area. This was back in November. I did a little road trip through there, so this was my first time being in that region. And yeah, I made these drawings immediately when I got home.
What are you drawing, Thomas?
Just an old timer.
Looks nice.
These are all Maynard Dixon drawings, so I thought I would show. And the interesting thing is, this is Maynard Dixon's symbol, this sort of bird, and so later on, I guess he used that a lot in his frames, and that's how he would sign a lot of his work. That is a Thomas Blackshear mixed media. I think it's primarily a watercolor. There's some drawings. It's amazing how many styles there are. We just met Matt Ryder. I just found out he lives in Dubai. Oh my God. He really came far. Oh, this is fun. I like how this artist kind of made it like they were doing their drawings on old-fashioned like banknotes, or I just found those. If anyone saw my videos, I found all those old like bonds and banknotes from like the 1800s that I got from my grandmother. I should have done that. I threw them all out. Oh my God. Different ways of framing. So some people framed in all white, which is really powerful because then a lot of people have white walls, right? And so then the drawings really stand out. So this is just the artist coming to get a photograph taken, and right before the reception. So we're going to branch out, and some will stay in here in this museum, and then some artists will go to the gallery around the corner, and kind of go back and forth. So we got here a tiny bit early, obviously way too early. Scott likes to get to things too early. I fight him on it all the time. So we're just kind of going around taking photos awkwardly, and I guess we'll just wait. Luckily there's couches for people to sit on. Yeah, I don't know what to think yet. Don't know. I always think this is the last time. Always, always, always. This is going to be the last time. Yeah. That's what I always think. So we didn't realize it, but I guess the museum is around the corner. That was the first thing that we saw where we parked. And the gallery is over here. And here, look at this. That's pretty exciting. So yeah, it was so sweet to have my drawing in a poster. Never happened before. So that's really cool. And this is, I guess, the main gallery. Hi. Hi. Wow. Oh, here's some of Scott's. All these. I will show some of these a little bit more. I think these lights are making everything too yellow, of course, because the strong spotlight. But I will do a quick walk through. Lots of stuff.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
There's all the ones I sent.
I know.
That's so fun.
That's fun.
Well, you're just in time for a party. You always show up when we go to.
Oh, there's more of the drawing show. I'll have to go in there. There's Glenn, Dean. I think that's Matt. Yeah, Matt Smith. Yeah, so there's Scott's and mine.
Yeah, so that's
So there's a red dot and here's a red.
Oh, I do? Oh my God. All right, that's cool. My Tibetan man, that's nice. Let's do a quick cut. That is one giant couch. I don't know if you can actually see how big this couch is. Bigger than normal.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I don't know. Well, we'll see where it goes. I have a few different iterations
Eric Bowman.
I want to try out, and once I figure out exactly where I want it to be, I'm going to do probably something like a 40 by 6.
Terry Kelly Moyers, John Moyers. I really like how he framed that. It's kind of a drawing, but like in oil. So it was really fun that he really left it up to people how they wanted to do it. You had a lot of leeway, which was nice.
With some of the locals, and they brought me to a section of the tribal park that most visitors don't actually get to drive to on their own. So this is so crazy.
I like these pastels.
We're just driving up, and it's like, oh wow, this is here.
But they didn't want you to take the photos.
No, not at all. Yeah.
Francis Livingston.
I paid her for the tour. Yeah, so I think it was like $120.
Yeah, I like that a lot. I'm glad that other people did pastel.
I didn't set up the paint anywhere, but I got tons of great photos. So.
What came in the shade?
Yes. Yep, and I did that. So
Ray
that was
Roberts?
painting the shade up top. And
Nice.
First day I went around the room on my own, and then second day I went down into the canyon. So I had some.
I like. Really cool. Very
It's such a cool area. This was back in November.
I wish you used non-glare glass.
This was my first time being in that
What's
region.
going on here?
Yeah, I made these drawings immediately.
Anytime you put stuff behind glass, it should be non-glare.
I went to the Rhode Island School of Design. So,
There's
I
some
grew up back in
pretty
Rhode Island, so
designs. Yeah, this is so sweet. I like the style of the flower. And yeah, very interesting. Very painterly drawings.
The quality of instructors isn't like
Yeah, that one's really nice. Yeah. Jordan Walker.
Yeah.
But they,
Yeah.
do
Yeah.
they have endowments?
This is a really big gallery. Many, many, many areas of different styles of things that he shows. All these beautiful blankets. So cool. I can see why people like painting models and then just really dynamic patterns. So cool. Lots to see here, almost overwhelming. I really want to see how much these blankets are. Okay, 3,850. And that's probably an average, probably more expensive ones. I really like this drawing. Really beautiful. William Dutton. I really like the simplicity of these flowers. So this is Whitney Gardner. I also like how she frames them. Yeah, and I like how Glenn framed his drawings. So it's, you know, I hate to say it, but I do go around and I kind of critique and I kind of see how people frame and I'm like, oh, that looks good. I like how that looks. But I have to tell, as you know, I'm going to be very, very cheap about all my framing. No more expensive frames from me. Not worth it. Don't want to do it unless I become uber rich and sell everything out. I am not going to put a lot of money into frames. Oh, these are like bags. Gosh. Ooh, and shoes. So much to look at. I mean, I'm assuming it's okay I video, right? Until they say stop. No, I think it'd be fine. Dolls. Yeah, I think the lights are freaking my phone out. Everything is just getting too dark, too yellow. I will try and fix it. Or maybe it will inspire you to come and see the gallery yourself. It's very impressive. It's amazing what he's done. I actually am very attracted to fabrics and textiles, so when Scott and I go to other countries, we do tend to buy these things. Although I'm actually trying to get rid of all my stuff because I don't want to own anything. This is $28.50. Oh, it's so pretty. Oh my gosh, I think these colors are different, not so just reds and browns and blacks. I'm not gonna buy anything. Can't afford anything. But you know how you just like to look at stuff and you dream and you go, what would I buy? What would, ooh, I like that pink one, striped. Okay, I hope I'm not losing all of you, but unless you like to look at textiles like me, how much is this one? They obviously have this on display. Yep, $4,500. Yep. That is nice, but I do like that colorful one. Never seen anything like these types of woods.
Yeah, that's
carved
neat.
Like this. Must be particular. Very fascinating. It almost looks like Japanese in a way.
Yeah,
like
kind of.
Like a mixture of Japan and Western.
Yeah.
Really fascinating. So they make these cards for artists. So people who are interested in like Matt Smith. But look at this. I've never had that before. That is really, really cool. Oh, here's one for Scott. I was looking for Scott. Yay. Oh, I'm gonna take one of each. So on the back, there's like a bio of us. I'm gonna move Scott's to the front. Okay, I'm gonna do it. Move Scott over, move him up. All right, there you go, done my job. I've always loved Stephen Kestrel. He does Frida West. So unique. His sculptures. I mean, isn't that what we're all striving for? Just one of a kind. Yeah, no, he always does something very unique. Very distinctive. It's like, I mean, it literally is just like a museum. Each little nook has like a different feel to it. This is like folk art. Yeah, overwhelming.
Let me see your ring. Wow, the beds are beautiful.
Oh, yeah.
He said they're quite old Navajo.
That's crazy. Why is it giving away rings? Take them.
You can add them to the ones. Remember when you painted the woman, the Navajo woman you bought in her house, and she was doing little work.
I know. So I still can't believe that he gave all the artists these kind of antique Indian rings.
Navajo, yeah.
Oh, Navajo.
Handmade.
It's like, I couldn't believe it. I don't even wear rings, and yet the mere fact that they were free, like, was a primal greed aspect. You know, you're like, okay, give me rings. It's so pathetic.
It's so beautiful.
Yeah, it is really.
Yeah.
So, anyways, and he also gave each artist a goodie bag. So he made these bags. And what's in here? Let's see. Oh, a book on, is this Maynard Dixon's stuff? Oh, kind of like futuristic. Are these Maynard Dixon?
I don't think so.
Well, why does it say Maynard Dixon's?
Well, it's the museum, maybe. Maynard Dixon's, what is this?
I know, I can't read that. Recycled drawing book. Oh, that's nice, like a little sketchbook. Okay.
I wonder if these were older things that he did.
Let's see what else is in here.
Yeah, these are Maynard Dixon's surreal abstract paintings.
What's this?
And this is a book written by Mark.
Okay, a catalog on florals. And, oh, another book on Maynard Dixon.
These are all written by Mark.
Mesas, mountains. Oh, so like a little, that's nice. Yeah, this is really nice. Maynard Dixon.
That is wonderful.
Little catalog,
yeah.
That's great. Probably, obviously, something that they had published.
He wrote these, yeah. His early illustrations, too, yeah.
This is cool.
Yeah. Really cool.
Okay. So, and then what else is in here? Could you help me?
Yeah.
I can't do it with one hand.
Oh, a serious book.
Oh, stickers? Ooh.
That's a big
Wow.
book. And that's written by Mark, I believe.
I have his other one. I had ordered his other catalog that he did on Maynard Dixon. Oh, this is beautiful.
Yeah, his landscapes.
Yeah, you can buy Maynard Dixon books through the Mark Seplet Gallery. And
museum,
yeah, museum, but you go to their website. So this is a pretty nice gift.
Fantastic. Oh my gosh.
Yeah. I was wondering why the bag was so heavy. But yeah, this is beautiful.
What a great book.
Yeah. Really, I look forward to looking through that more. And then there's also, the last thing is that sketchbook. And so we have 2 sketchbooks.
Oh my goodness.
It's really sweet.
That's
and like
wonderful.
a pen. And all these little stickers.
A little pencil.
Cute. Oh, that's nice. A pen. Mark Seplet and a sketchbook. Oh, then that's sweet.
Wow.
Oh my god, we come
We
back with a
cleaned
haul.
up.
I know.
Wow.
A very, very popular old-fashioned Tucson restaurant that was recommended to us, and it is literally right across from this lot where you can park at, and then there's like little shops. It's kind of like an arts district right here, so this would be an area to walk around one day and see things. There's an art museum, there's some other walking tours. We're not that interested in that, but this was recommended to us. I ordered a kind of a ceviche shrimp salad, and this is what it looks like. And Scott ordered seafood enchilada, so we thought we would kind of split. And I'm gonna try and do a walkthrough because it's sort of a historical restaurant. But luckily, I think it's nice that we get to sit here right next to the window because it's bright and we get to look out. So this is a really beautiful restaurant. This is what the inside looks like, and this is the outside. Unfortunately, Kathy couldn't make it. Her luggage was taken by somebody who was a ditz who just took her luggage by mistake, and so Kathy had to stay at the airport and finally get it back. And then it was just like one thing after another. Her flight was delayed coming in, and so it would have cut it too close for her to come all the way down to Tucson for us to have to leave to the gallery. So we don't get to see her, but we're on our way to the opening. And yeah, it's always a little bit like I feel a little bit like I'm in a zombie mode when we're going to a gallery opening because you just never know what's going to happen. Scott is always kind of excited. He's always sort of wants to leave early. I'm always like, no, we're not getting there early. We're not getting there early. So, I mean, yeah. So I'll let you know how it goes.
There's a gallery in Park City.
Yeah, I miss LA.
I just done a couple of so Chip Rock.
Hey Scott, how are you?
I'm good. I'm videoing.
Imagine the conversations that you guys have and art directors.
It's not about art though.
You know,
I mean, hardly. Sometimes, like, I'll come into a studio and I'll say, Scott, oh my God, that edge. But in general, we don't do that much, no.
So you're self-contained. You know everything. You know it all.
I mean, I think I get a friend to critique me, and sometimes I'll say stuff to him, but like
it's more technical.
Sometimes doesn't agree.
Well, no, she'll say, "Don't ruin this," and I'm like, "I want to experiment," and she's like, "Oh no, this looked better before." Yeah.
My wife and I.
Yeah. Well, Sue gives me advice, and usually it's like, "Oh," and then it's like, "Yeah, no, she's right." And I'll go and I'll tell her, "Thank you so much for telling me that. I didn't see it." Yeah. Because you get so painting is such a struggle for me. I'm always like, oh my God, I paint things over and over and over, and I get so frustrated. And so Sue will help me, and it's just great, you know. Okay, we got to go.
Yeah.
Wow, this is amazing. Thank you. It was a pleasure talking to you earlier, and it's amazing to meet all these great artists and to meet Mark for the first time. We did a podcast, it was so fun. And I don't know really what to say. Thank you.
So all in all, the show was a good experience. I feel sad a little bit that Scott didn't sell any of the drawings or painting that he sent. I'm probably a little biased. I mean, of course, I think his work was exceptional. When we first walked into the gallery, Scott was told that a painting he had sent a couple months ago had sold like the week before. So, I mean, that softened the blow a little bit. And then you see in the video that I find out one of my pastel sells. So that's, great. I think in general, it's a lot of the situations with galleries and shows are my fault. Like I personally, I've never felt comfortable ever ever, ever, ever. And so it's it's always an awkward thing. And you see in the video me talking about the fact that Scott always wants to go to the shows. In fact, on Friday, we got there very early. And of course we got there too early. And so it's always that awkwardness. You're kind of standing around. And since we're pretty brand new to this gallery, it's like we don't have that relationship or that history where you can bring up stories or talk, about things. Most of these artists were new to me. I mean, we had met Thomas Blackshare before, obviously. Um, and Amory Bowling, so I met, certain artists before, but most of the artists were new, and some of the artists we didn't know didn't come to the opening. So it's that awkwardness of going to a party or like whatever, if you can imagine, and you're sort of the new kid or you're trying to feel it out. Also, I've always felt awkward at art shows just because, I mean, we've been to some that have gone great. We've been to some that have been like the worst experiences ever. And you're trying to sort of, I guess, sell yourself. Your work is on display, but you're also, I guess, trying to create small talk. I mean, I don't know. It's just, I guess I do feel awkward, and I probably come off as awkward. Probably do, right? I'm just going to admit it. Um, I did meet the interesting thing is on Friday night, Mark, the gallery owner, came up to me and says, "Oh, I want to introduce you, to the publisher of Western Art and Architecture. He wants to meet you." And he was just so friendly, very easy to talk with. He just the whole conversation pretty much revolved around Lake Tahoe, where he's from, and how beautiful it was. And he was showing me photos, and I just thought he was like kind of a friendly dude. Rarely do I guess that situations like that happen to me. And I'm always wondering if I have like a force field. I mean, I think of myself, of course, maybe we do. I think of myself as someone who's incredibly easy to talk with. I mean, yeah. I mean, it was fun to meet. It was fun to see Jill Carver. I guess I'd met Jill Carver years and years ago. But she's friendly. So, there's certain people, once you have like a one-on-one conversation, you can just talk forever and it's really chill. Um, yeah, I don't know if it's me. So that could be a thing. But anyways, I like to think of myself as easy to talk with, very honest. I don't try to make our lives seem better than they are. We're very working class, very working class. We are just little factory workers, meaning we just do things every day. We're just trying to figure it out. And if there's a something about social media, because maybe they've seen our names for a long time, it's just because we're old. That's all. Anyways, so the show in general, I mean, his wife and his son were very friendly. And that doesn't always happen with galleries. Sometimes it's just there's a barrier. I don't know. I did feel like they were really genuine. And Patrick, who is their marketing manager, was so friendly, almost like disarmingly friendly. And his girlfriend, Carolyn, what a wonderful couple. And so you see the photo of us four at the very end because Scott and I had to sneak out of that dinner. And so I didn't even really get a chance to meet everybody. I think I was a little bit overwhelmed at the show to even go around and really take time to see everything. I think you see how the show was really like some was in the museum and then some was in the main gallery. And Mark had actually mentioned he's asked Scott and me if we could kind of split up. And and the museum was a lot quieter and they had nice chairs. So I sat in there and I was in that room a lot more for the Saturday night opening. And I talked with people, all that stuff. Like people. But it is exhausting. I mean, it is very tiring to be at an opening. And I don't know if it's emotional baggage too. I just don't know. I'm always trying to understand where I come from with these openings and why I dread them. I do. Anyways, so I just wanted to say, even though we didn't sell great, they were friendly. I'm hoping things work out. Maybe he'll sell more. He seems to be very complimentary, Mark, of our work. So we'll see. And anyways, and at the dinner, it was like, oh my gosh, when the nice man that I had the conversation with gave me that kind of prize, that ad, I was a little bit, I just didn't even have words, you know. I was like, I didn't feel, I don't know what I felt, but I could tell while I was up there that I could tell that I was awkward. Anyways, I mean, it was a beautiful, nice, ex people were very pleasant and very congratulatory. And I mean, obviously he liked my work. So that's really nice, right? And that's also something about being an artist is that it's not all about selling your artwork. Um, I don't think that that is legitimately a stamp of approval because sometimes people buy art just as a status thing or because there's good PR or whatever. I personally, Scott and I both, in fact, right before we left, a man bought one of Scott's pieces off of our website and he asked to do it in payments. And I was like, of course. It it is the best compliment, especially when you know that someone is like that, they love their work so much that it's not just like a throwaway. You know, there's a lot of people who have a ton of money, and for them, spending a few $1,000s is nothing. But when I know it's a lot, I mean, we can't afford our own work. And it is always a big deal to think like, would you spend the money on your own work? Would you hang your own work in your house? Would you spend that same amount of money that you put on your work and buy somebody else's? And that's a real testament. So right. So even though Scott didn't sell anything at the show, he had sold something on our website and he had sold a painting at the gallery beforehand. And hopefully they'll sell stuff. I thought his stuff was great, you know. But who knows? Maybe because we're very figurative and most of the show, even though there was some figurative, it was very Western. But most of the show was landscape oriented. So I just don't know. But we came back, it was fine. You know, we got back to work and oh, so the photo of me, Carolyn, and Patrick at the very end was when we were sneaking out of the dinner because we had to get to the airport very early. The next morning, my nose is running, so sorry. Um, we saw them right before we left that lodge and wait, how do I do this? Get out of the way. It was so sweet. Patrick, who is their marketing manager, had this poster wrapped up for me. So, I mean, so we kind of did leave on a really high note, you know, meeting wonderful people like him and Carolyn, you know, him thinking of me like that and making sure I got it before we left. I mean, that's the most important thing. So, you know, fingers crossed, hopefully we'll have a good relationship and they'll be able to sell our work because that's, you know, I want them to be successful too. You know, I want their clientele to like our stuff. So, anyways, I hope you enjoy this video and we have an artist friend coming to visit us this week, so I'm going to film that for the next video and she's a delight. So that's a tease to see who comes visits us and thank you for watching. I really appreciate it. I love how Fig is trying to like be passive and say, attack me, attack me. But Theo doesn't want to. Theo, Fig is totally willing. Right, Fig? Right, baby? What's your thoughts, Theo?
It's like a quantum effect.
Well, no, I mean, when I observe them attacking each other, it stops. Oh, look, look, Theo. Oh. Look, he's so attackable. He's so attackable.